Like how are you still capturing that value when some of that feeling is lost? It's a very
Yeah,
interesting.
and you need that. You absolutely need that feeling in order to justify that this is a luxury experience, or this is something special and different. So what we've found, and what Off-Piste Fine Arts does, I think masterfully, I've never seen another art-based business operate at this level in this way, is they've created this real hybrid experience for collecting art. So we have the 7 brick and mortar galleries. We have 6 in Canada and 1 in the US in Sun Valley, Idaho. But the majority of our sales happen online. But here's what's interesting. There isn't a shop now experience on our website. So there's no way that as a collector and as a visitor to the sites, you can purchase art by clicking a button. The farthest you can go is have a chat, a live chat with one of our art consultants, or you can hit a button where you inquire. And then that's when you get turned over to a live person who's one of our art consultants, who's highly trained, understands all of the stories about all of the artists. And that's where they start to develop that relationship with the collector. And, we start to look at the data behind that customer experience. And it's super interesting because many times a client clicks on something and thinks they want that thing, but you see where the conversation goes. And many times they end up acquiring something else. Sometimes it'll be by the same artist, but it'll be a different piece, or it'll be a similar style, but by a different artist. They just didn't know that we carried that piece, or they didn't see it online. And so that conversation is still incredibly important in this industry. I don't really see it ever going away. I see it evolving again, and this is where AI comes in. You can have some of that chat sort of pre-programmed in a way, although we don't do a lot of that. But that trust in terms of what you build between the humans interacting is really crucial when you're talking about things that are priced at a certain point. People want to know they're getting what they think they're getting. They want to understand what they're buying by and large. And they want to have some sort of, as you said, a feeling towards the work. So, a lot of people I work with who collect, they start their collection when they travel. So they'll visit somewhere as a family and they go downtown and there's this great artist and they go to his studio and he tells them this story and they fall in love really with the artist and the place and the feeling that they have when they hear about all of this. The art then just becomes a reminder of that awesome trip, that great time together. Remember that guy? Oh, remember when we went to that like weird studio and there's the hole in the floor, and it's about the experience. And I think that's a great way to collect art. So if we can somehow create that experience through those conversations, even if that collector isn't physically in front of that piece, great. That's the goal.